Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mr. Raider. ASVAB practice worksheet 3. Let's get to it. Remember, screenshot. Try to do it yourself. There it is. And now I'm going to start. Let me get a good pencil on. It's on there already. All right. If 4 machines can produce 120 widgets in 6 hours, how many widgets can 6 machines produce in 8 hours? Assuming all the machines work at the same constant rate. Okay. That's a little bit, that's hard for my brain, okay? There's a lot going on here. I think we gotta dissect this first sentence. 4 machines can produce 120 widgets in 6 hours. So what that means is we can kind of figure out how much one machine makes in 1 hour. That's called finding the unit rate. Because once we find that, we could probably figure out whatever they want us to do. So 4 machines produce 120 widgets in 6 hours. Basically, we can, in my brain, I'd want to get 1 hour. So if 120 widgets are in 6 hours, how much are in 1 hour? That's a form of unit rate, which, if you ever want to get 1 hour, you just divide the top and bottom by 6. And if you're good enough, you would just know that you have to divide by 6. Like, you don't have to do all this fraction stuff. But this would give me 1 hour. And then 120 divided by 6. I'm going to have to start writing smaller. Have to do it like that. 6 can't go into 1. 6 can go into 12. 2. 12. Boom. Drop the 0. 0. Done. So, what this means is 20 widgets in 1 hour. Now, that's still for 4 machines, though. Okay, so 20 widgets, 4 machines. To find 1 machine, divide by 4. Okay, so think about it. We have these 4 machines running, 20 widgets, 1 hour. If we divide by 4 on the top, we can find out what one machine does. So that would be 5 widgets per hour for each machine. So that's like our golden unit rate that we need. All right, now we can continue with the question. How many widgets can 6 machines produce in 8 hours? So we can find out how many widgets per hour for the 8 hours. So 5 times 8, 40. So 40 widgets per hour for 1 machine. And now I can multiply that 40 by 6 for all 6 machines, which would give us 240. I might have made that look more difficult than it was. It wasn't the easiest. Sometimes these questions are a little easier, but if you could follow along, great. Maybe you got 240 your own way, also great. But let's move on. So that was the arithmetic reasoning. Now we got the math knowledge. Simplify the following algebraic expression. So these are pure exponent rules. They're kind of like telling us what to do here. That's pretty cool. For this one, it's going to, everything needs an exponent. So we're going to deal with the 2 first. So this big 3 needs an imaginary 1. And what this means is we need to distribute this 2 to every exponent. Okay? That's multiplication. So that's this rule. This first one right here. So we're going to distribute the 2. I got 3. 2 times 1 is 2. I got x. 2 times 2 is 4. And I got y. 2 times 3 is 6. Copy the bottom. 3 squared is just 9. Okay, I'm just going to erase it and put 9 right now. Remember, 3 squared is 3 times 3. So that's just 9. I know that 9's going to stay there, okay, because there's not really much else to do except the letters. So if we look at our answers, I'm not the biggest proponent of this, but we know we can get rid of the answers that don't have a 9. That's a cool little trick. But you have to be confident you know that 9's going to stay. Now, I like to call this the war. So there's technically 1x on the bottom and 4 on the top. What I like to do is, I like to say they battle, and 1 for 1 dies. Math is very bloody. So if I ask you if 4x's versus 1x on the bottom, you're going to say 3x's survive, and that'll be 3x's on the top. So if these x's go to battle, there's 3x's left, and they have to go on the top. If 3x's were survived on the bottom, you'd put it on the bottom. But it was the top. Same thing for the y's. 6 y's on top, 2 y's on the bottom. They go to war. Who survives? The top with 4. And because there's nothing left on the bottom, technically there's imaginary 1 there, or we don't need the fraction at all. So I'm going to erase it. And there you have it. 9x3, y4. All right. I hope you liked that. I know the first one was a little choppy, but hey, at least you got some, at least you saw how I did it. Okay. I'll see you guys. Subscribe, like, comment. Bye.